Hi friends, now let us discuss about sociology as an optional subject for UPSC Civil Services Mains Examination. As far as paper 2 is concerned, its main focus is on Indian society, structure and change. And in this paper, first of all, the student need to understand the perspectives on the study of Indian society. Indian society has been studied by many Indian scholars as well as the Western or European scholars by using different perspectives like Indological perspective, structural functional perspective, Marxist perspective, and subaltern perspective. Like that, Indian society has been studied by using different perspectives. So, understanding these perspectives is very important. Then, once a student get an understanding on these perspectives, then a student is supposed to focus on understanding the social structure, functions, and changes in rural society, like rural society. And as part of rural society in India, the focus would be on agrarian social structure, then land tenure systems, land reforms, and most importantly about the caste system and social and economic issues in rural society. So these aspects are discussed related to rural society. And next, the focus would be on tribal society. And as far as a tribal society is concerned, focus would be on geographical distribution of tribal communities in India, social and economic political issues related to tribes, tribal unrest in India, policies and programs to solve the problems of tribes, then tribal development in India. So, these are the aspects related to tribal society. Then, urban society. With regard to urban society, the focus would be on industrialization and urbanization, informal sector in urban society, then issues like child labor, urban slums, and social issues, various social issues in urban society. So, these aspects are studied as part of urban society. Then, apart from that, the focus would be on the study of family and marriage system in India, kinship system in India, changing trends in family and marriage system in India. All these aspects are discussed in a holistic manner. Then uh, uh, the focus would be on agriculture and rural development in India. And as part of this chapter, we discuss about green revolution and social change, then changing modes of production in agriculture, Indian agriculture, then problems of agriculture labor, rural development programs, poverty alleviation schemes. Then we have another important chapter, politics and society. And as part of politics and society, focus would be on the discussion related to India as a nation state, democracy, and citizenship. And most importantly, we need to discuss about the challenges to Indian democracy. Then political parties and pressure groups and role of pressure groups in Indian politics. Then most importantly, the issues like regionalism, secularism, communalism are discussed. Then another most important aspect with regard to paper 2 is social movements in modern India. As part of this chapter, we discuss about the various social movements experienced by the Indian society for the past around 100 years. And the most important movements that Indian society has experienced, especially for the past 100 years, are like peasant and farmers movements, women's movements, backward classes and Dalit movements, environmental movements, and ethnicity and identity movements. So we discuss in detail about all these movements. Then another important aspect related to Indian society is population dynamics. And there are many issues related to population, like population growth and economic development. And specifically here, whether the large size of the population in India is an asset or a burden. Why? Because by 2024, Indian population has crossed beyond 142 crore by surpassing China. Today, India is considered as the most populous country in the world. So, in this context, whether population is an asset or population is a burden, then how to derive demographic dividend out of this huge population? And it is also said that in India, we have more than 50% working age population, so that uh, that would contribute for faster economic growth and economic development in India. So due to this, India can emerge as one of the developed nation in coming years. So keeping this in view, Government of India has also out with a program called Viksit Bharat at 2047. So that means by making use of the human resources in this country, India has to achieve the status of a developed nation in the world by 2047. So then what are the how population is an advantage to achieve the goal of Viksit Bharat at 2047, and what are the challenges to achieve this goal? So all these aspects need to be discussed as part of this. Then population related issues like sex ratio, child sex ratio, infant mortality, and aging population. So the issues related to all these aspects need to be discussed elaborately. Then most importantly, population policy and family planning and family welfare program in India. How our population policy and family planning and family welfare program have contributed to reduce the fertility rate in India and birth rate in India, and how this population policy has contributed to reduce infant mortality rate in India, child mortality rate, and maternal mortality rate. So all these aspects need to be discussed related to this topic. Then another important aspect is challenges of social transformation. In spite of faster economic development in India for the past few decades, there are certain serious issues persisting in Indian society. And some of those important issues are like crisis of development. The crisis is created in the form of displacement of millions of people. In fact, Government of India and many state governments have acquired the land for the development projects, and the land acquisition for these development projects has resulted into the displacement of millions of people in rural and tribal areas, and that resulted into the loss of land, loss of employment, and impoverishment. So how displacement has resulted into the impoverishment of the people, and what kind of initiatives, more specifically resettlement and rehabilitation measures, have been initiated by the Government of India, and how to manage the development induced displacement in India. So these aspects need to be discussed as part of this topic. Then apart from that, the process of development has also resulted into environmental degradation, and environmental issues are the most important issues in Indian society. Then apart from these two issues, we need to discuss about poverty, deprivation, and social inequalities, then violence against women, then caste conflicts and ethnic conflicts in various parts of the country, then increasing communal tendencies in Indian society, more specifically the communal rights and communal violence that took place in Indian society. Then what kind of measures are required to prevent communalism in India, then what kind of initiatives are also required for the prevention of caste conflicts and ethnic conflicts in Indian society. Then illiteracy is also considered as one of the issue, especially in tribal areas. So how to overcome this problem? So all these issues we need to discuss in a very scientific and logical manner. And for all these issues, we need to come out with certain creative solutions. So all these are the uh, important aspects related to sociology. So a student is supposed to have an in-depth knowledge on all these topics. If at all they would like to opt sociology as an optional for civil services mains examination. Thank you.